Thanks for joining us on NewsNation Rush Hour. I'm Rudabeh Shabazi in for Nichole Berlie. The Biden administration is possibly weighing a plan to forgive up to $10,000 in student loan debt per borrower just months before the moratorium on loan payments ends in August. The average student loan debt sits at $37,000, up nearly 2% since 2020. But a study shows that forgiving $10,000 in federal loans would eliminate the entire student loan balance for nearly 12 million borrowers. Joining us now is Niall Stanage from our partners at The Hill. Niall, always good to see you. Let's just start with who this applies to. Should everyone who has more than 10 grand in federal student loan debt be expecting relief?
It depends how much they're earning, which is a long way of saying no. If you're earning over $150,000 a year, or you're filing jointly as a couple earning more than $300,000 a year, you are likely to be out of luck. Now, of course, we have to emphasize, Rudabeh, this is not finalized yet, but this is what the reporting is suggesting.
Right. And what about people who are just now going to college? Is this a one-time thing for people who already have the debt, or can future students also expect it?
Specifically, it is a one-time thing. Future students cannot look forward to some guarantee of this level of student loan forgiveness. Now, obviously, it does set a precedent. There are issues of fairness that are raised by this. Are you just going to burden future students with the debt and say, tough luck? But the point is, this specific measure wouldn't affect future students, no.
And, opponents of this approach say that this disproportionately benefits high earners who have advanced degrees.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's statistics pointing both ways on that question, Rudabeh, because, of course, this proposal, as far as we know, does only cover $10,000 of student debt. People with advanced degrees would typically have racked up much bigger loan amounts than that, and they would still be left to pay them off. There's also a fair amount to suggest that actually it would be the less well-off borrowers who might benefit from this kind of a measure.
Right. And this, though, could be more than $200 billion by some estimates. Where does that money come from? And what is the logic about how it gets cycled back into the economy?
So those are two great points. One element of it is the possible lifting of the moratorium on student loan repayments. If that moratorium is lifted, then that money that people owe on student loans goes back ultimately into the US Treasury. The broader argument that you're alluding to, I think, Rudabeh, is if this money is forgiven, that means those people who have recently graduated don't need to use that money to service debt, and they could use it to start businesses or to spend or to otherwise engage in economic activity from which other people would presumably benefit.
Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.